Hey, welcome back, and again, Toyota Camry 2011. My other video showed you how to do the front, how to service the front brakes, how to replace the pads if they needs to be. This is the rear, same thing, my previous video. Use a C-clamp, doesn't have to be this size, this is an 8-inch. You can use a smaller one. Push the cylinder back in so it's lubricated by brake fluid, because when it's exposed for a long period of time, moisture gets there, water, and eventually becomes starting to corrode. Don't overdo it, because you don't want to break anything. Push it, and make sure in the back you're not touching the brake line, the hose connection. So just gently. See, it's going. That's it. Gently, slowly. Don't overdo it. When it stops, it stops. Don't force it. And same thing, size 14. Seems to be it's a common size of many things for Toyota. To remove the bolts. And that's all you have, just Toyotas. You'll know that you kind of get used to it, that it's common size. 14 is one of the common sizes that they're using on most of them, on most of the returns. So this is it. Cylinder back in. As you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but moisture starting to rust the piston itself. But it's okay. It's a piston, you know what I mean. You can't prevent it. But what you can do every time, once a year, once every 2 years, when you push that back in, it lubricates, prevents it from sticking, prevents it from being seized. And actually, it's a common thing actually to do something like that on a larger scale at the big factories, bigger things that are being held in open positions for a long time. They exercise, for example, valves, they open and close them to prevent them from sticking. Same thing you want to do here with the brake cylinders, calipers, once a year, maybe it doesn't hurt even 2 times a year. Push the piston in, clean it, lubricate it, prevents brake pads from sticking, from seizing. As you can see, I'm having a hard time removing it. This side, because a lot of moisture got there. Right there. You see how much? I don't know if you can see or not, but the rust built up on edges. Here and there. Here, same thing on this end. Because with a lot of moisture, water, salt, depends where you live. The brake pad's still good. So clean it, take a screwdriver or whatever you have, clean it there, make sure it's all clean and nice, no dirt. Same thing do on the front brakes, clean everything. Same thing in the back, you clean everything. And then once it's all clean and nice, remove the rust. Take this grease or any other high temperature, I recommend synthetic grease, and apply to those points, or contact points. Contact points where the brake pad itself is in, just slightly, don't overdo it. It prevents from rusting, prevents from sticking. Don't apply to the pad itself, because you're gonna have a hard time stopping your vehicle. Once it's all greased, wipe your hands, put it back. As you can see, it went in a lot easier. Now now we can move around freely. Same thing do for the back side. But before I do the other side, I want to show you about those pins, caliper pins. Those bolts up there, pull them out, rotate them to get dirt, grease off of them. And remove them slowly, turning back and forth. You don't want to damage the rubber boots, because that's what keeps them from season fast. Okay, it's out. As you can see, there's very little grease on it, very little. You want to apply some grease. Type of grease I'm using, always use a genuine grease. If you original the owner, if you're not sure, clean it out and apply appropriate grease. Don't mix two greases together, because not all grease are compatible. If they're not compatible, it's pretty much having no grease. Just apply it tiny bit, spread it around. And you do the same thing for the bottom pin. Then take your finger. Of course, I'm using gloves, because this stuff is, has any grease you don't want to have on your hands. All this stuff causes bad things to your body to happen. And then just don't expose to any dirt. Gently slide it in, twisting it. I don't know if you can see. Twisting it, make sure it goes back and sits with a rubber seal. As you can see now, there is a play moving easily. Comparing to bottom one, not as easy, because not enough grease. It's not enough lubrication there. And once you're done, put your caliper back. Make sure, don't forget to torque it, your tires, to specific torque settings. And this is it, And if you lubricate the points, clean everything, push the piston back, your brakes will last you a long time. They will not squeal. You'll know your brakes are working fine. Will prevent your rotor from warping. Will prevent your rotor from wearing out faster than normal. And the most important, your safety. Keep you safe on the road. This is it. Thank you. Enjoy.